Hey everybody, this is Dr. Michelle May. I thought this would be a great chance to walk you through the mindful eating cycle since I'm getting ready to meet some friends for dinner. So remember, the mindful eating cycle is: why do I eat? When do I eat? What do I eat? How do I eat? How much do I eat? And where do I invest my energy? So everything, of course, starts with why. In this case, I'm hungry and I need fuel, but I'm also really looking forward to having a meal with my friends. Now, when, we always suggest that you do a body, mind, heart scan, scanning for any physical sensations, any thoughts or feelings that will have an impact on what you feel like eating, how much you eat, and how you eat it. In my case, I notice that I am hungry. We use a hunger and fullness scale, and I would give my rating about a 3 on that scale, which is moderately hungry. Now, chances are I still have to drive and order and all that, so I'll need to check in again before I order because I don't know where my hunger and fullness level will be by then. Likely the same or maybe even a little bit higher. So I also want to check in to notice any other thoughts or emotions that might be happening. At this point, I'm a little bit anxious. I'm going to pick my son up at the airport right after dinner and watching his flight to see when it's coming in. So you know how that goes. So that, even though that isn't a trigger for overeating, that anxiety could have an effect on it, on my evening. And so I just want to be conscious and check back in with that from time to time. The next question in the cycle is, what do I eat? And we teach 3 questions. What do I want? What do I need? And what do I have? So what do I want is really, what have I been craving? What am I hungry for? What might taste good? In this case, I have known since yesterday that we were meeting for sushi. So of course that has an impact on what I feel like eating. Thank goodness I like sushi, so it's a good impact. It's going to be a good fit for me. In terms of what do I need, that's really about what kinds of foods do you do well with? Are there any health conditions that you're considering? Are you paying attention to, let's say, sodium, for example? Also noticing how you feel after you eat certain foods. Do you have any problems with intolerances or allergies, maybe diabetes, other kinds of things like that? So we want to consider that, although obviously, if something I want isn't a great fit, I might decide to eat it anyway, simply because deprivation is a big trigger for overeating for me, and I think for a lot of the people that I work with. So in my case tonight, there's not anything specific that I need to be concerned about with what do I need, other than the fact that I want to feel good when I'm done eating. And then last but not least is, what do I have? And of course, I'm going out for sushi, so I'll check out the menu once I know that, yes, indeed, sushi's a good fit for me. I'm sure I'll be able to find something that matches what I'm in the mood for. I'm kind of thinking California rolls, but we'll see. All right, now how do I eat? This is about mindful eating, staying tuned in to the food and my body, as well as to the social situation. And of course, being in a social environment can be more difficult and kind of distracting. So I'll want to be extra mindful in this setting so that I don't get carried away and start eating without really noticing the food or how it's affecting my body. How much will I eat? Well, I mentioned that I'm about a 3 on the hunger and fullness scale. My intention for eating is typically to feel better when I'm done than I did when I started. So through experience, I kind of know about how much food that will be to get me from a 3 to let's say a 6 when I'm done eating. So I'll see what they have available on the menu, or if people are sharing, I'll kind of figure out what that looks like for me. And then last but most important is where. Where do I invest my energy? So as I mentioned, I want to feel good when I'm done eating. So that will affect how much I order and what kind of food I choose. But I also know that coming up in the next few days, we have a lot going on with my son in town. And so I want to definitely eat in a way that leaves me feeling good, because I have a lot of things I like to do. Probably take him hiking since he's coming in from Chicago, and of course all the other social activities going on this time of year. So I hope that was helpful. Just a quick overview of how I use that eating cycle when I'm getting ready to eat, particularly when I'm going out to eat. That can be kind of a challenge, I know. I definitely recommend that you think it through before you go into the restaurant, because once you get in there and see what other people are ordering or look at the menu or get involved in a conversation, it can be a lot harder to tune in. And of course, mindful eating is an inside out approach. So try to do this process before you go whenever possible and keep checking in while you're there. All right, have a great day. Bye now.